Greeting guys, welcome to part 4 of the Mustang project. We're just going to keep trying to keep you updated. Every time we do something, we're going to try and create a little bit of content. It's going to be very raw. We're not going to really at this stage get too carried away about putting too much polish on our YouTube stuff. We're just going to try and give you episodes that you can actually see some of the hurdles that we're faced to build this particular car and get a feel for what we're about. So thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoy this episode. This is the next thing we're doing is we're strengthening the chassis. We're going to get some 100 by 50 thin mill RHS tube and run on the inside of the sill panel, and then we're going to tie that into the original chassis rails, which we will need to actually join or connect, if you like, under the car. So it doesn't matter what we do, once we get the roll cage in there, the car's going to be very stiff and it's going to work the suspension, so when we make adjustments that we get real results, other than as opposed to, if you like, the chassis flexing a lot and having to factor that into our setup changes as well. So we're off to Territory Steel. We're going to try and get what we're looking for. We'll get it back to the workshop. Here we go. Got my best mate on the job today. G'day Starkey. We're going to get some steel. Quick recap from last episode, where the primary purpose of fitting this subframe in at the moment was to make sure we've got enough clearance for the tail shaft. Considering the two positions that this diff will mount in, one goes up approximately 25 mil, we have all the room in the world. As you can see, we do need to move that center left, and we've worked out that's 25 mil as well. And we're also going to move it back. So that gives us a great starting point. What's going on, Starkey? So we've got some steel from our friends at Top End Steel. And that's 2 mil 100 by 50. And our plan is to run the steel up through the inside of the chassis rail. It'll rest on the bottom of the floor, and we want to run it right down the length of the car, right back here somewhere. And then we're going to tie that into the chassis rail here. And the same up the front, we'll tie the chassis rail and the sill panel together. And the roll cage will actually, we're going to drill with a hole saw, we're going to drill right through there and drop the 44 mil tube, which is a main hoop, and then up the front the 38 mil tube. We'll drop that right through the car, and that's going to allow us to completely weld the top of the roll cage, should I say. Alrighty, suspension's out. Now we're going to work out how we're going to cut the rectangular hole for the sill panel. Rightio, we've made some room by removing the suspension. And we've drawn this little square up, we've double checked it. That's going to be where we slide this 100 by 50 channel right up alongside the sill panel there. Alright, let's cut it. Not a bad cut. You can see the roll cage there. So I let the car down and the roll cage is sitting in there loose. You can see the rope tying it up. We got most out of the day. This chassis rail's in, runs right the way through, right down the back here. It took a long time, but we've got a really good fit. That's nice and tight. It's hard up against the inner edge of the sill panel. And this is what the roll cage will actually drop vertically through this. But all in all, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. We'll keep you updated, but that's another little part of the puzzle that's been ticked off. And we're very happy that that's worked out as it has.